Let's see, are we in focus? Are we in focus? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, if this is the first video you have watched, I am a complexion fanatic, a dry skin. We concentrate on dry skin here. So all the foundation reviews, my tips and tricks, it's all focused on how things perform and do on dry skin. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. That's right, for the YouTube algorithm. Cute puppy, cute. And let's just get into the video. I'm sorry if my intros are getting more and more animated. They seem to work. Just saying. A lot of people seem to like them. Today we are going to be doing a foundation review on the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. My shade is 260. And I'm so excited to try this out. This is supposed to be a hydrating natural finish foundation, long wearing, medium to full coverage, perfect to normal to dry skin, medium coverage, yeah, natural finish. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. There's 50 shades. I love that. The price of this is $36 for 1 ounce, which 1.08, so you get a little bit more. I do love the packaging to this. It's in a squeezy tube, cute, really easy to travel with. So if you want to see exactly how this applies, then go ahead and keep on watching. The sun is going in and out today, so we're just gonna see how this goes. Oh, let's try this. I've used this once before, can barely remember exactly what I thought about it. I'm gonna go in with a sponge and a brush and see how that goes. But first off, I'm gonna prime my skin with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. You guys, I finally got a new SD card for this camera because I have been using my phone to film the last several videos. I lose SD cards like nobody's business, and I'm just thankful that I didn't have footage on that SD card that I lost that I needed. Now I want to go in with the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. This is one of my favorites. Actually, I mean, oh! Crap, I got oil on my jean jacket. That's okay. That's the nice thing about jean stuff. It's just gonna add to the distressing. Not a big deal. But the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer, it is so good. A lot of you have been clicking the link. You should hop on it, get it, because it is out of this world. And this is going to be the perfect canvas for us to apply this, any foundation really. Let's go in with the sponge first. My shade is the shade 260. I have a light to medium skin tone with a neutral undertone. When I use sponges, I like to put this on my hand first. Let's just go in and see how it goes. All right, it's actually pretty much a perfect shade match. I was going really dark with a lot of my foundations, and I'm looking back and I'm like, wow. I needed to like tone it down a bit. I'm not as tan as I wish I was. Okay, first and foremost, this feels, it's applying really thick. It's a natural finish. Definitely a medium coverage. It looks beautiful. This doesn't go on light though. I feel good about using a sponge to start out with. You can still see freckles, things like that, but it really did just make that base at a good starting point. Bring it down my neck. And that is with one layer on. It looks pretty good. I mean, I don't feel like it looks heavy on the skin. It's definitely a thicker consistency than what I'm used to when I think of hydrating dewy foundations. This definitely feels more of the consistency of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk or the Infallible L'Oreal Fresh Wear. Those are the kind of the vibes I'm getting. But I am curious about how this applies with a brush. I'm just gonna go in with this random Morphe Kabuki brush that I've had for a while. With brushes, I go straight onto the brush just like that and apply away. I feel like I get more coverage with the sponge, and I also actually feel like more product goes a long way with the sponge, which is rare. Usually the brush soaks up less product, but this is just what I'm noticing so far. This is what the foundation looks like. It definitely is dried down, which is shocking. It's not super wet, it's dried down. You could easily go over this with powder, no problem. I am personally gonna go over it with my Fenty Beauty cream. See, this lighting is killing me, you guys. Personally, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty cream contour, bronzer, just to add some dimension, and then my Revlon Candid concealer. Okay, this is with my cream contour and my concealer on. Everything blended out absolutely beautifully with this foundation. I'm telling you, the foundation sets down really fast and really well. Definitely a natural finish, closer to, I mean, I think it's hydrating so far, but it's definitely leaning more to a thicker, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of semi-matte because it doesn't pull that natural luminosity how I was initially expecting. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna apply the rest of my makeup and then I'll show you the finished look. Yeah, I haven't tried the matte version of this. There is a rumor going around it's going to be the next BoxyCharm, which would be amazing. Okay, all the makeup has been applied and I feel pretty fabulous if I don't say so myself. It's been a few days since I've had a full face of makeup. I will show you what I used really quick. I use this Natasha Denona, this little itty bitty Peak 5 eyeshadow palette I got in a BoxyCharm. I really don't do eyeshadow very much, if at all, and so I decided to put this to use. And I just took 2 colors and I put it in my crease and I made it super simple and it looks like every eye makeup look I ever do in my entire life. Eyeliner, I went with my House Laboratories liquid eyeliner. I love this one because it's super black and it's actually, I've had it for a year and it's still nice and wet and hydrated. Oh, blush. Went in with this Rare Beauty blush. This one is so different to use. This is in the shade Bliss. It's a beautiful light pink. She has luminous finishes and matte. This one's more of a matte. And you just do a couple of dots depending, and then you just buff it in. And it's actually really simple to use, and I felt like it turned out so beautiful. Setting powder, I went in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting powder. Such a great affordable option. It's not too drying, which I really appreciate, and the price is just phenomenal. And I just really lightly set the areas that I was going to blend out things. So I set right here underneath my eyes and my concealer. With my bronzer, I use this Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. I love this one because it's just ever so subtle. It's more of a gray tone under base. A lot of you have really loved this. I've had a lot of people purchase this through my links, which if you do shop for makeup, I would love if you use my links. It doesn't cost anything to you, but I do receive a small commission, which helps me buy more makeup to try out for you. So they are affiliate links. You don't have to use them, no pressure, but if you do, thank you so much. Then I'm trying to think, oh, Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter. Oh, mascara, L'Oreal Double Extend. My tried and true. Lips, I did just a really simple lip liner. It's my Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pillow Talk. I just outlined and then I just used a balm, any kind of balm. I didn't want anything too pigmented because I'm just about to go eat. Setting spray, I used, oh, it's all the way up there. Ow! Oh, phone stand to the side. I use my Huda Beauty, can I say anymore? My Huda Beauty Glow Cocoa Setting Mist. So I think it turned out really well, and I'm gonna be doing a wear test on this. This is definitely not like a lightweight foundation, so I'm hoping it's really long lasting. We'll see. Right now the time is 12:30. Late start. I'm going to be, oh, you can't even see the time. Ugh. It's 12:30 p.m. A little bit of a late start. I will be wearing this. I might still wear it all day tomorrow, right? Yeah, let's do it tomorrow too. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll look over all the ingredients and keep you posted with that. Hello, we are here for a first check-in. It is 5:15. The foundation has been on for, what is that, 4-ish hours? And this is what it's looking like. I went to the gym, did a workout. It looks beautiful on film. Like, talk about flawless. This totally reminds me of Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It just sits a little bit more in the skin. This does feel a little heavy. I do have a friend. She's on her blog is The Loveless on Instagram. She's super cute, knows so much about makeup. And she said she recommends using this like very light coverage. I can see that because I really didn't go in with a lot, but it feels heavier. And it just feels heavier, but it's not like creasing too bad at all. It's kind of shocking. Everything else is like staying on really well. So far, I feel pretty good about it. It's just definitely a foundation that I feel like is more for a full glam day than like a very like breathable day, but it looks good. I'm not gonna be checking in again tonight. I'm gonna be wearing it all day tomorrow for a lot longer, and I will see you guys then. Hello. Like I said, I was gonna go over the ingredients for the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Pro Filter Foundation. So last night when I was laying in bed, I decided to go through all the ingredients and see if there was anything concerning and that we need to be aware of. Now, remember, I'm not an expert on this. I literally put everything into Paula's Choice Dictionary, and that's how I look. I do maybe a little bit more research. I'm not an expert. This is just from my research. And you know, these days you can find research on a lot of ingredients everywhere. And so this is what I found with this foundation. So the first ingredient is water, not concerning at all, but here's the ingredient that concerns me. And it's the second ingredient, and it's talc. So talc, it just has an average rating. As long as it's sourced correctly and it's tested to make sure there are no asbestos fibers that were sourced with it, then it's a completely fine ingredient to use. But the problem is what I've been noticing with talc is that these brands don't make this kind of testing easily accessible. It's nowhere on their website. On Fenty Beauty's website, couldn't find any kind of information on how they source their talc and their testing with it. I am going to email them and hope that they provide me some kind of information. It really should just be that simple. Brands really need to get it together, especially since they're not regulated, and I feel like everybody's becoming more and more aware about what they want to put on their face and what is being, you know, absorbed into their body or inhaled. That's where talc gets really dangerous, is if you inhale it, and if it has asbestos in it, it's cancer causing, it's dangerous. So that's one of the ingredients that I'm just like, why? Why is it the second ingredient? The only thing I can really think about what happened is when they made the consistency in the lab, and since I've never made any makeup product in my entire life, this is purely just thoughts running through my head, is that it was too liquidy, and so that they decided to put in talc to make it the consistency that they wanted. That's my guess. So the second ingredient is talc. We have a lot of silicones, which is very normal. It's very normal to you'll find silicones. They perform as emollients, which help bind to your skin, hydrate your skin, things like that. It just kind of depends for you. I do have a range of foundations that perform beautifully that don't have silicone, and I do have a range of foundations that do perform beautifully and they do have silicone. Salt, there are lots of salt. They use this as a binding agent and also as a preservative, which is cool because sometimes you just see phenoxyethanol and maybe a couple others, but no, they use salt for the preservative, which I thought was really interesting. Now there are two claims on this foundation where they're using like really cool ingredients, and that is grapeseed oil and Morris albus bark, the very bottom of the ingredient list. So we're talking minuscule amounts, which makes me think that they just added those ingredients just so that they could put it on their claims. I have enjoyed so many products from Fenty Beauty, and you know, the foundation list really wasn't that bad. It's just the talc that just concerns me. Guys, I am here because I put this foundation on early at like 10. I put it on 10:30, and right now it is 8 p.m. I know I need to do better at showing you guys timestamps and stuff. I'm gonna close my closet so you don't have to see that disaster. But this is what it's looking like after 10 hours of wear. I did a crazy leg workout. Felt so great. And I am so tired. I went to get a gift for someone, and I went to Ulta to pick up the new mascara from where is it? From Benefit? Yeah, this mascara, and I didn't realize that I had a bunch of points that were expiring, like $60 worth of points, and so they're just like, you gotta use them or else they're just gonna be gone. And so I got that, and then I want to show you some brushes that I got too. So these are the brushes I got. I got the light layer for cream and powder blush, Instant Pop cheek blush. I don't know why I got two blush ones. Oh my gosh, and I got three blush ones, and then I got one foundation and concealer. I clearly have a problem, but I really want to try all of Real Techniques brushes and see how they are, as well as Wet n Wild. I just want to try all the brushes that are out there. But let's get back to this foundation. Here are my final thoughts. For a hydrating, doesn't say hydrating, for a luminous foundation, it's really not all that luminous. It's a very medium to full coverage foundation. It is a little drying for us with dry skin, so definitely use a hydrating primer, which Fenty Beauty has a great one, and use a really good setting spray and go in throughout the day and use a setting spray. I have noticed that this catches, it kind of clings to like in between my eyes and gathers in certain areas. It just looks heavy in certain areas, but it doesn't settle into fine lines. It does wear off where you wear a mask, but overall, like, it's a good foundation if you're looking for something that has more coverage, long lasting. Is it going to be one of my super go-tos? Probably not, because it does tend to just hang out in that middle grade natural finish. So I'm not disappointed at all, but it's not my favorite foundation I've ever tried. I personally still like my Milk Makeup Skin Tint better than this, my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna keep wearing it per usual. It's one I'm probably gonna use up all of. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.